Mr. Conor McGregor, here we fucking go. So I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while now. I'm sure you've all seen the fucking pictures of this juiced up juice monkey, as they fucking call it. Yes, he's gone massive compared to what he was before. I think the guy competed at 140 pounds, which I believe is somewhere around 10 stone. It's fucking tiny, if you ask me. 70 kilo, 60 kilo. Now he's almost up to 90 kilogram, 80 kilogram, which is considerable amount of weight to be putting on, and he's not put on much fat. Is Conor McGregor on the fucking juice? Is he on the gear? 100%. He's even said to the USADA testing, do not test me right now. I'm opting myself out of the testing. When I get back in February, March, whenever it is, you can restart the testing because the gear is going to be out of his system. The gear is going to be out of his system by then. And he'll be natty, and he'll be back to natty again. Now, here's the thing about Conor McGregor. He suffered quite a horrific injury, to be honest with you. I don't personally hate the guy, to be honest with you. I don't fucking know him. Just the thing that he portrays on a grand stage, when you're on that level, on that stage, you need to kind of make sure you're not the most hated guy on the internet. And I love Conor McGregor. I'll tell you why. Because he plays the perfect heel. I myself play the heel. Now the difference with me is I'm playing the heel always. If you look at my Instagram, if you look at my Facebook or YouTube, whatever, I'm always playing the heel. I like playing the heel. I grew up watching the heel. I grew up watching the movies and rooting for the fucking bad guy. So I thought, if I'm going to be something in this industry, I need to be one of the bad guys. But even though I play the heel, there's certain videos that I make, there's times where I'm out of character, where I'm just trying to be normal, I'm just trying to be me. That's not me playing an act, that's not me portraying something I'm not. Playing a heel is not a bad thing to do. Now, Conor plays the ultimate heel. He's one of those guys that you love to fucking hate. We all pay the pay-per-view to watch him get knocked out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly normal thing to do. If there's a champion and someone's been winning 10, 12, 15 in a row, I'll tell you something. Islam Makhachev has now won 10, 11 fights in a row. The next pay-per-view he's doing, there's going to be 90% of people waiting to see Islam get knocked out because they don't like the whole Khabib legacy. I personally fucking love it. It is amazing. You can't write a movie better than that. Khabib retires 29-0. He passes the torch on to his guy. Islam Makhachev doesn't lose, well, he lost one fight, but he doesn't lose any other fights, comes all the way through the fucking rankings, leapfrogs over everybody, gets the title shot. Not only does he get the title shot, beat the champion, but he submits the submission specialist with ease. So it's fucking amazing. It's a fairy tale moment for these guys. You've got to absolutely love that. Now, if you're a Khabib fan, you're going to love it. If you're not a Khabib fan, which a lot of people aren't, it's funny because this is definitely an East meets West kind of rivalry going on, like back in the days when you watched the WWF and everybody thought that the Iron Sheik from Iran, from the Middle East was the bad guy and the American heroes were the good guys. You know, this is what they were made to believe. And this is like in UFC kind of come true. Like the US guys are the heroes and the guys from Dagestan and the Russians, these are portrayed as the bad guys, and it's just the way it is. You know, that's what makes it exciting. I like it. But moving back onto Conor McGregor, is he on the fucking juice? 100% on the fucking juice. He plays the heel better than anybody else. Conor McGregor and Dana White have had a discussion. Dana White said to the guy, listen bro, no one else is selling their pay-per-view like you at the minute. I think Islam probably 1 or 2 more fights is going to start doing Conor McGregor numbers or close to that kind of shit. He's at least going to be in the top 3 of pay-per-views of all time. I believe he's going to get there. Brock Lesnar was big as well on that one. Conor McGregor's a fucking sensation. You can't deny it. And him and Khabib, if they fought again, I believe they would beat Mayweather and Pacquiao box office. I think it would happen. I'm sure you guys will all agree with me that that would be the biggest box office ever if that happened. Again, will it ever happen? I doubt it, to be honest with you. Khabib doesn't want the fucking fight. You can clearly tell he's not interested at all. But will Islam fight Conor McGregor? That would be fucking amazing. If that happened, look at the legacy of that. Mate, that would be unbelievable. If we saw Islam Makhachev fighting Conor McGregor, that has the potential of beating Khabib Mayweather in the pay-per-views. Does it beat Mayweather v Pacquiao? Possibly. I think it's possible that they can do better numbers than that. It is possible. The build-up, the hype, the history, the legacy, everything around that fight would be fucking unbelievable. So we'll see. Who knows if that's going to happen or not. But am I for Take Conor McGregor taking steroids? Absolutely. Give him all the fucking steroids, all the growth hormone. Give the guy a fucking pass. He's unbelievable. He sells pay-per-views, makes the UFC better again. Chuck him back in there. Give him a couple of warm-up, tune-up fights and chuck him in there with Islam Makhachev. I think that is the best thing for UFC to do. Don't give him anyone like Chandler, way too dangerous. Get Cowboy Cerrone back out of retirement. Let him kick his ass again or something like that. Maybe take on Tony Ferguson, do a little bit more damage to Tony Ferguson. Then Connor's 2-0 up. People think he's back on the fucking, number one contender spot again, and then give him Makhachev. Feed him to the fucking wolves. That's what's going to happen. We know he's going to get KO'd, but it's going to be amazing. Connor's going to walk away with a lot of money. Makhachev's going to walk away with a serious amount of fucking change that he's never seen before. I think that's the fight to make. I'm not a fight fucking maker, and but still, anyway, the point I'm trying to say is, let Conor McGregor do the fucking gear, man. Every single person in the UFC is on fucking gear. I don't believe the Dagestani guys are doing it. I don't believe it. I just think their moral compass doesn't allow them to take steroids. They don't fucking need it. Those guys are a different breed. But everybody else, Chandler, John Jones, Daniel Cormier, all these fucking guys, Brock Lesnar, Vito Belfort. Anderson Silva was another one. I think I was 50-50 on. GSP 100% took the fucking gear. I think 90% of the champions in the UFC have taken steroids. Is it a big thing? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? It's nothing. Does steroids help you fight? Does it fuck? It don't help you fucking fight. It will help with muscle repair. It will help with a little bit of recovery, a little bit of how many times a day can you go to the gym? 3 times. When you take steroids, you're going to recover a little bit better. That's all you're doing. But where fighting is concerned, I think fighters are always going to be fucking fighters. Steroids are not going to help in fighting. This is not bodybuilding. Yes, Conor looks jacked, but that's not necessarily going to benefit him. If he's too big, it's going to slow him down. Overall, a fighter's a fucking fighter. Let them recover to the best of their abilities. Chuck it in. Let them take time off. Let them cycle up on the gear, and then as it comes to contest time, let them clean it all out. 3 months before a show, natural, boom, go all the way through. Take some test suspension backstage, as they all fucking do. We all know that fucking shit. And let them go in there and get at it like fucking animals. We want to see the best fight. Conor McGregor, do your fucking shit, bro. Take the fucking steroids. Let's see you back in the octagon. I want to see Islam Makhachev beat you, to be honest with you. Again, why? We all like seeing Conor McGregor fucking lose. And if you want more content like this, please give me a follow, subscribe, whatever they fucking call it on YouTube. I'm trying to grow out here. I need to hit that fucking monetization. I'm almost on 1,000 subs. Come on, push it up a little bit.